Oh, hey, Questers. Ironbug here. Today's fifth space adventure is a space sim called Interkosmos 2000. In this game, you have to maintain and fix the systems of a space capsule, keep it going, so that we don't die. Apparently, it's a life or death situation. Save the future, so dying is not an option. But I love interactive games, and I love sim games, and I don't think I've played one where I'm an astronaut yet. It seems pretty cool. It's valves. Green's good, so leave the oxygen in the green. Yeah, so with that, let's dive into a fresh space pod where I haven't touched everything yet. Mess things up, and we'll check this game out. See you all in a bit. Alright, so I thought we'd start with the tutorial.
You are now ready to take the final step of becoming an astronaut. Or cosmonaut, depending where you're from.
This is our capsule.
First, you need to get used to those bulky gloves. Notice the blue handles around.
Yep, I'm noticing them.
You can grab them and pull, or push yourself in order to change the position on the spaceship.
There's Earth.
Now pull yourself towards the computer.
Right to the computer.
Grab the wrench in front of you. Good.
Trust your wrench.
Might be needed if something breaks. You can attach it to one of the zippers to keep it from flying around. The computer in front can be powered on with the bottom left button.
See enough.
The column of buttons on the left changes the computer mode. For now, switch to prog mode to display the currently loaded program. The bottom row has different options depending on the selected computer mode.
This is a very old looking computer.
In order to proceed.
Instead of a touch screen, I have buttons. Oh, the next button. And an arrow pointing to that button.
You will find a radio. That's where my
radio
comes from. Listen to it carefully. Your survival may depend on your correct understanding of orders.
Great bossy radio.
If you forgot the last command, push the button on the radio to hear it again. If you forgot the last command, push the button on the radio to hear it again.
We do it again.
If you forgot the last command, push the button on the radio to hear it again.
I have to push this.
If you forgot the last command, push the just kidding.
Better be kidding radio. It's gonna take the wrench to you.
Look around. You should see a data pad. Grab it.
This is my data pad.
Is a device that should help if you forget what to do. It always displays the checklist for the current procedure.
Listen to the radio instructions.
Above the screen. Stick the data pad to it to keep it from flying around. Free-floating objects can be dangerous in space.
Oh, I know they can. I watched The Simpsons where Homer went to space, and he had chips and ants all floating around, and stuff just went to hell.
The data pad will always help you figure out next steps, so you won't get lost in space.
Bet you'll get lost still.
To proceed, hit the next button on the computer.
Just heard something go on here. CO2. This is full.
We will train the life support system. As you can imagine, it is crucial. If you don't know how to support life on your capsule, you may cease to live.
Don't want that.
But don't worry, this is a training scenario. It means everything is simulated.
Almost gave me a heart attack.
The alarm panel above your head will warn, and then alarm you if something with the life support or power is wrong. Here is a simulation. You can press the master alarm.
That's an annoying sound. Just push the button, eh?
That will be fine for now. But remember, in real-life situations, this won't make the problem go away. You'll
Alright.
need to fix it.
Right,
The
I'm
life
ready to
support
fix.
system is located on the right-hand side of the cabin. Your breathing produces CO2. At high concentrations, it is toxic, so you need to filter it out from the cabin air. The current filter is unfortunately full and needs to be replaced.
Yeah, it looks pretty
You
full.
will find a spare filter in one of the drawers. Take it and plug it in the filter slot. Good job. We will now regenerate the spent filter. Grab it and move to the middle of the cabin. Put the spent filter in the filter regenerator slot. Then pull the red handle next to it.
Right? So is that filter good? It says I need to do this again.
Great.
Oh, there we go. Guess I didn't pull it all the way.
filter is ready to be reused. You don't want to find yourself without a clean filter.
No. Or a
Let's
clean
get
diaper.
back to the front of the cabin. Push next on the computer to continue. If the air in the spaceship becomes toxic, decompression will get rid of all the good and bad stuff from the cabin. The big red valve on the right side of the cabin is the decompression valve. Use the decompression valve to bring the
Right there.
CO2 level back to nominal. Good. Now, close the valve.
I'm gonna let it open a little bit longer. Oh, it's getting cold in here or something. Everything is
As you
turning
see, the
snowy.
oxygen level also decreased.
Yeah, whoops. Maybe I should have listened to you.
Oxygen valve to add O2 in the cabin. That's enough. Now, close the valve.
This time Maya will listen.
Good job. Remember to keep the amount of O2 in the optimum range. Too much oxygen can be explosive, while not enough, well, you need it to breathe. Now observe the situation where O2 level is correct, but pressure is too low. Use the nitrogen valve to correct the pressure in the cabin.
Alright, so we want that in the green too.
The nitrogen is neutral and will help you to keep the pressure in check. Too much pressure will increase the cabin temperature. On the other
Don't
hand,
want that.
low pressure will chill the cabin.
I think I'd want it
situations
chilled.
are not nominal and may cause components to fail. Okay. You successfully stabilized the atmosphere in the cabin. Press next on the computer to continue.
I can do that again.
Another crucial component of the spaceship is power.
So,
Without electric power, you won't be able to do much. So pay attention. We will load the EPU training program. But first, eject the floppy from the computer. Pilot, find the floppy disk marked as EPU training program and load it in the computer.
floppy disk.
EPU stands
Oh,
for
you're doing
electric
with a
power unit.
great computer.
It is located on the left side of the cockpit. Every system on the spaceship uses power. The EPU generates a certain amount of power through cells. If you generate less power than you consume, the battery will be running
Under
down.
voltage.
Now switch one additional power cell to generate more power.
Now we're over voltage.
There you go. Always observe the amount of electricity produced and consumed.
We're over.
You
Is
don't
that a
want
good
to
thing?
discharge, neither to overcharge the battery. If you do, this will happen. A malfunction. The currently used electricity bus will stop working.
I need the wrench.
If this happens, switch to power bus.
Oh, a button again. Alright. Try your method. Give me a wrench if I don't get to use it.
Good. Now the power is routed through another bus, and everything should be back online. This will be the perfect time to fix fuses, which might have blown on the occasion of an overcharge. Go to the middle section of the cabin using the blue handle. There,
That
on
looks
the left
pretty
side
blown.
of the cockpit, you will find the fuse box.
Spare
The fuses
fuses.
saved you from serious trouble. But one electrical bus is not functional. You need to replace the blown fuse in order to restore it. Pilot find the blown fuse on the fuse box and replace. Great. Now both electrical
What do we do with
buses
this?
are functional. Remember to keep it that way. In case of emergency, you always want the secondary bus to be functional.
Stick it in there.
You can always check the ship status on the computer. Switch computer to diagnostics mode. Here, you will have access to current power and life support data. You can also check here for existing malfunctions. Oh dear. Looks like something is wrong. Take the wrench and hit the malfunctioning panel with it.
Yay, the wrench.
Congratulations. That concludes the life support and power training. Now you should be able not only to stay alive, but also keep your ship functional. Both are necessary for the success of any mission.
Take it you want me to push that button? That what we look like?
Cadet school was easy. Now comes the real challenge. If you want to call yourself an astronaut, you need to understand maneuvering in space.
I'm gonna get to fly.
It is not easy. So pay
This looks like
attention.
speed. Up and down.
First, we'll need to select a target.
Air brakes.
Computer to target select mode. Good. On this screen, you will be able to see all the available targets. For now, we want to select the ISS.
This is a really old computer. Instead of just touching that.
Target selected. Pilot, find the floppy disk with the proximity training program.
And the floppy
load it.
disks.
Remember to eject any previously inserted floppies. Unfortunately, current technology only allows the computer to accept one floppy at a time.
Oh jeez, maybe someday we'll come up with the way to overcome that.
First, we'll learn how to rotate.
It's got the floppy sounds.
Move the joystick in all directions in order to rotate the ship.
Mom, I'm flying.
Okay, now close the visor of your helmet. When closed, it will display important tools for navigation. The square in your visor shows the location of your target.
Square.
The crosshair
Oh, I
shows
see the
current
crosshair.
direction of the ship.
Oh, and there's a square. Hey, I have.
Use the joystick to point the ship directly at your target.
Oh. I get satellite
The
TV
joystick now
channels with that.
applies low force. If you want to move faster, switch the joystick force to high. You can always control the speed of the joystick with this switch.
Whoa, that was just a little fast.
Good. Now we're going to practice the roll of the ship. Put the X-axis switch to roll position.
X-axis. Oh. Alright.
Move the joystick left and right. You are now
Ah.
free to practice rotating the ship. When you are ready to move on, press next button.
Launching missiles. Alright. Let's go to the next button.
Now we're going to practice moving the ship. We will change the joystick from rotation mode to translation mode. Put the mode, switch to transposition. Move the joystick to the right. The bars attached to the crosshair show your movement in relation to the target.
Oh, like to speed him go.
Now look to the right. On your visor display, you will notice a circle. The circle shows the direction of your movement. Now move the joystick to the left. You will notice the circle also moves, showing the direction of your flight. See how the circle also moves left. It will always show the direction of your movement. Use the joystick to eliminate the drift, represented by the bars attached to the crosshair.
Alright, let's get the drift eliminated. This is not easy. I think that's good.
Okay, now use the thruster under your left arm to give your spaceship some backward thrust. Grab it and pull it towards you. Don't worry, we've limited your speed now, so you won't go too fast. If you fly in another direction than you look, an arrow will point you to the circle. Now push the thruster forward to slow down and get some forward speed. Now let's try out the handbrake. The handbrake adapts
It was
to your target.
a break.
It's a great invention. Use it if you lose control of your movement. You can now practice moving the ship. When you are ready to move on, press next button.
Try to get back in that box. This is tricky. I think there's no gravity, so you're just, every little thrust just keeps pushing you. Gotta go the opposite direction on these. Alright, I'm just gonna use a good old brake. We'll go next.
Now we're going to practice the approach. Switch the computer
Approaching
to
that.
target selection mode and select Soyuz as the new target. Good. Now switch the computer back to prog mode in order to continue the training program. Good. On the right side of the computer you see the alignment panel with the nav ball. This tool will help you orient
Oh, that
yourself
thing.
in space. The buttons below the nav ball control which direction is shown on the nav ball. For now we want to see where the target is, so press the tar button. Below the nav ball, you will also notice a single switch. It is used to lock your rotation to the currently selected direction. Switch it on. Use the joystick to point the ship directly at your target. Remember
Fine.
to switch to the rotation mode in order to do that.
Line with target. It's over here. Seem to be going anywhere.
Use the joystick to point the ship directly at your target.
Yeah. Circle. There we go.
Okay, pilot. Time to approach the target.
Yeah.
Above your head is the engine's control panel. Your spaceship is equipped with two types of engines, powerful OMS and light RCS. Each engine has a high or low power mode. For proximity approach, set your engines to RCS and high power.
Ground RCS. We need to go to high.
Put the mode, switch to transposition. Use the joystick to eliminate the drift, represented by the bars attached to the crosshair. Okay, now use the thruster under your left arm to give your spaceship some forward thrust. Don't worry, we've limited your speed now, so you won't go too fast. Great, we're moving forward. Notice the vertical bar on the left of your visor. It shows your speed towards the target. This information is also displayed above the computer. You can always see your relative speed and distance to the currently selected target.
Quite far away.
Pilot, use the joystick to adjust the direction of your movement. You want the circle to overlay the square on your visor. Okay, it's time to speed things up a bit. We're lifting the speed limit, so you can apply more thrust.
Alright, now I'm just trying to. There we go.
Approach your target, but closely monitor your speed and distance. You don't want to crash it. When you will be close to your target, slow down either by applying backward thrust or using the handbrake.
Alright, I gotcha. We're still quite a bit of distance. Oh, I see it. Alright.
Pilot, slow down.
For now, going away from it.
Great. You should see the Soyuz in front of you.
Yep.
We will attempt to dock, but first we'll need to find and scan the hatch. For that you will use a scanning gun. It's yellow and looks like a gun with a screen. Hatches have those little red lamps in order to be more visible. Try to scan a hatch by pointing the scanning gun towards it. You got it. Remember, you always need to scan a hatch before docking. After scanning, you can see a representation of a docking corridor dash. You need to enter this docking corridor in order for the docking procedure to start.
Just busy playing with the scanner. Fly to the docking corridor. Stop inside the docking corridor. Right? Don't seem to be.
Fly inside the docking corridor.
I'm trying to.
Docking procedure.
Am I going? No matter what, this direction. I need to flick something here.
Fly inside the docking corridor to start the docking procedure.
Oh, okay, I don't want to roll. There we go. target.
Fly inside the docking corridor to start the docking procedure.
Where's the docking corridor?
Fly inside the docking corridor to start the docking procedure.
Alright, we're really close to the ship now. Stop, stop.
Fly inside the docking corridor to start the docking procedure.
This is nothing like controlling a car here.
Fly inside. Almost there. Now make sure that you will disable the auto-align switch under the NAV box. You don't want the ship to rotate while you dock.
Squares. Switch. Okay.
That's it. You are now in position to begin the docking procedure. Move to the back of the spaceship.
Whoa. Supposed to do that? Oh wow, it's a whole other control system.
Pilot, docking is a delicate and dangerous process, so we need you to be concentrated. In front of you, you can see a Soyuz capsule. The bigger screen, located in front of you, shows the main docking data. The smaller screen and the data pad on your left show instructions. First, we need to rotate the ship to the correct angles. Use the right joystick to change your rotation.
Rotation am I supposed to be? This does rotation. Left. All right.
Switch mode to trans in order to control the translation.
Yes.
You need the hatches to be aligned. The horizontal and vertical alignment are controlled by the right joystick. You can control your alignment with the right joystick. Pilot, your alignment is not correct.
Trying here. Just
start approaching the target. The left joystick controls your forward and backward movement. Pilot, approach target using the left joystick. The mating lock switch is located on the right of the docking panel. Docking sequence complete. Congratulations, pilot.
Yeah.
Capable of performing
I docked this little capsule.
ready to face the challenges of space. Remember to
This is just the training. Man, this is tough.
procedure. You should find a reminder of all necessary steps in there.
I gotta remember all this.
Astronaut training. You will be able to pick up your certificate when you're back on Earth.
Look, Mom, I'm an astronaut.
To proceed.
Twelve, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engines running. Liftoff.
Alright, guys. So we finished the training. We are now certified astronauts. And we are headed into space. Looks like it's getting pretty hot out there.
Max Q. Altitude at 5.2. Trajectory is still nominal. Resetting all systems. Vital signs are critical. We are losing the pilot.
Why are you losing the pilot?
Apply cardiac restart pulse.
But what if it kills him?
Just do it.
What's going on here?
Welcome back, pilot.
Oh,
Mission
I don't know what
control
happened
unit
there.
here. I am the mission flight director. We had a communication blackout for longer than anticipated. Pilot, your vital
It's
signs
pretty.
were critical. We were fearing the worst.
oh, I'm chipper and ready to go.
It looks like the electric power unit is damaged.
Alright, so I need to
Pilot,
switch
If
bus.
you can hear us, hit the electric power unit with your wrench.
Oh, my way of fixing things.
Everything looks back to nominal.
Pilot, do you copy?
Yep, pilot's here.
Pilot, can you hear us?
Press something.
Reporting radio damage.
Pilot, push the button on the radio.
Confirming, radio is fried.
Damn. It looks like we have only one way of communication. We'll have to work with that. Mission control here. To approach the International Space Station, start the proximity approach procedure. Select the ISS on your computer.
Alright,
Munich, Houston here. We would like to remind you that we are on a collaborative mission to the ISS. Are
target.
you sure the pilot hasn't blacked out?
Affirmative, Houston. We can see the data. The pilot is conscious.
Copy that. Pilot Houston here. We will be tracking your progress and providing support. We hope you didn't crack your head.
Vital signs are nominal.
Munich, Moscow here. We would like to remind you this is a collaborative mission. Понимает?
Moscow, you really
we're
don't
floppy
need to
disks.
repeat what we just said.
Pilot is fine. Our reading shows the spaceship is as good as new. It was built by the brightest minds of our nation.
Moscow, since you mentioned that this is a collaborative mission, we have the same readings.
Houston, then why are you asking if the pilot has blacked out?
Moscow, we have to make 100% sure that the pilot is conscious. What if he did crack his head?
Boring.
Houston, But you just received confirmation
Need a
from
Rubik's
our
Cube or
artificial
something to get on
intelligence
this.
that the vital signs are normal.
Switch alignment to the tire.
Moscow, better triple than double check.
Houston, but we all just
Switch
triple
auto
check.
alignment
It
to
is
lock
not
on target.
that pilot is a space monkey who can push only one button.
Moscow, seriously? Do you train your monkeys to push only one button?
Switch auto
Gentlemen,
alignment to
remember,
lock
this is a
on
collaborative
target.
mission. Everything
On
is
target.
under control.
At this.
Please do not occupy the frequencies.
Copy that, Munich.
Point towards the target with the joystick.
Mission control here. To approach the International Space Station, start the proximity approach procedure. Select the ISS on your computer.
Did.
Target acquired. Proceed to proximity approach procedure.
Oh, look at that.
Now for everyone. Our mission is to re-establish control of the International Space Station. We are on the clock here. If we fail, we will lose the ISS.
There we go.
Mission control. We need to determine the reason why we lost control of the ISS in the first place.
Correct. We will perform a flyby procedure. It should give us some answers.
Munich, are we sure that we have time for that?
We'll have to make time for that.
Getting closer here.
The approach of the new millennium will generate what we call the Year 2K bug.
Houston here. Our analysis shows that all computer systems might fail after midnight. We need to apply a system update
What?
to secure the ISS against it.
The Y2K bug. I'm living through the Y2K bug.
We need to correct the orbit of the ISS before midnight.
This is a big
or it
scam.
will burn in the atmosphere.
Correct. Unfortunately, we cannot apply the update from Earth. Communication with the station is lost. Time is
Alright.
our enemy. The Y2K bug is no joke.
Yes, it is.
Pilot, do you copy that?
Pilot copies.
Yes. Spaceship copies.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Everyone remember, failure is not an option. Any mistake may lead to irreversible mayhem. We need to focus. Let's get to work. Godspeed to you all.
So I have a problem with the system somewhere.
Control.
I don't have a carbon filter.
Copy. Mission control.
Right. Now I need to bring that back into the green. Shoot. Too much oxygen. Alright. Some bad here. We're in the green. We're all over the place with their oxygen. Doesn't like me opening it. Need to let out more CO2 maybe. Alright, I think we're gonna die right here. Switch additional cell. Oh. Battery empty. Switch additional cells. Uh-oh. All hell's breaking loose on the ship now. Okay, fuses are good. Battery's empty. Let's turn that off. We're on bus 2, bus 1. These are good. Pipe leak. Patch the leak. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I died. Hey, Questers. Well, that was the first mission. It lasted all about 10 minutes. Had a leaky pipe. Suffocated. It's not told about leaky pipes in this. I thought it was one of these valves. That's why my oxygen level was going all over the place. Yeah, the simulation was great. We are now certified astronauts. That's going on the fridge door. I've had a lot of fun with this. I actually feel like I'm in a space capsule. There is so many things in here to interact with. The system, the fuse boxes, our cabin pressure, our oxygen, CO2 filtering system, navigation system, docking system. There's just so much in here to play with that you're gonna be occupied for quite some time. I love sim games, I love interactive games, and this hits all the right buttons. Like, it's bang on. I feel like I'm an astronaut in this. If you love sim games, if you like interactive games, and you always wanted to know what it's like to be an astronaut, Interkosmos 2000, as far as I know, it's only on the Quest 2, is the game to get. I'll leave links for it down below as usual. I highly recommend this game. It feels great sitting in this space pod, flicking switches and doing everything. Like, I can't wait to see what the rest of the mission is and why it's so vital that we survive and save the future. What are we doing in this little space pod? Yeah. So the next space adventure, this is Astronaut Ironbug signing off. See you Questers all in the next adventure. Cheers.